make no mistake, guys. I'm here. I'm down. I'm ready. I'm ready to rock with meme coins. But we got a problem. We got a big problem. No liquidity, even though the Fed is printing money as we speak. The printer's going burr as we speak. But right now, no liquidity. The sentiment's low. Um, we have issues with liquidity leaks in the form of Poly Market, in the form of FanDuel and Underdog Fantasy, in the form of big institutional ETFs. We got about five different problems here that something needs to change. Now here's the silver lining. Here's the silver lining. Here is the silver lining with all of this. Here is the silver lining with all of this. 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 Here's the silver lining. Here is the sports betting bubble bursting. This is where I see the opportunity. I am seeing more every single day. I love sports. I mean, if I wasn't talking to you, I'd be watching the Bucks versus Falcons. I'm in a tense fantasy football playoff right now with my best friends from Palm Springs, California. We talk shit to each other all day long, every day. I am slated to win that title. I would be watching the Bucks right now, but I hear this every day, whether on YouTube, other social media platforms, this and that folks are growing tired of sports betting. They feel like they're getting scammed. They feel like they are getting bamboozled. They feel like the fix is in. They're watching the quality of sports going down. They're watching their bets getting crushed by anomaly situations. Just crazy plays. Guys with clear touchdown runs just walking out of bounds at the 10-yard line. Or guys, running into the end zone about to score and they just drop the ball before they cross the goal line for a touchback. You know what I mean? Guys, quarterbacks doing the thing where they're like dropping the ball. Oh, I see somebody open. He's wide open. Just oops, I held on to the ball too long. Fumble, turnover. Families are getting destroyed over sports betting. Wives are leaving husbands over underdog parlays. Refs are going to prison. NBA players are getting wrapped up in scandals with the mob. And Cash Patel comes out in his FBI sweatsuit on, or his windbreaker, and he's putting coaches in jail, NBA coaches in jail with no bail. and shit like that, I don't see this sports betting thing lasting forever. That's the good news. So if you stayed around to hear that, more power to you. I know this stream's been hard news. It's not exactly news, it's just what I'm seeing. But the silver lining of liquidity coming back to the market, this crypto market that we love dearly, where I can see the college kid that was, betting on the Celtics today is betting on SPX 6900 and shilling in groups tomorrow. I can see, the guy betting on the Lions, family of 6, industrial worker, instead of betting the over on Jared Goff passing yards, he's buying up 0.5% of Jerry the Turtle and telling his friends about it. I can see that happening again. I can see that happening. But what we're going to need to see is that bubble bursting a little bit more with sports betting and the public making a decision. And when I mean public, I mean the type of retail that doesn't have an IRA or doesn't have a account with BlackRock ETFs and stuff like that, taking their money and being like, you know what? I'm not gonna bet the Eagles tonight. I'm actually gonna go buy, 1% into Dr. Mutant or something like that, and get entrenched. There is a chance. There is a chance that that happens again. And I'm not trying to say, oh, these people are dumb and they're going to lose either way. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that whether you like it or not, I actually do believe that you have more of a chance to make money being a complete degen and a shill for a meme coin with a group of people that become essentially an advertising agency, become essentially a takeover group that is relentless and organized in bringing up the market cap of a meme coin. I think the common man has a better chance of making money and scaling out nicely and taking $1,000 and turning it into $100,000 in a very, very short time. Being able to do that, they're better off doing that, what I just said, than doing a 7-leg parlay on underdog. And I think that might be around the corner. I think that might be around the corner. But until then, the chances of you doing well in a lot of these meme coins, even though I said I bought ROI moments ago, I said I bought a meme coin at the lows. The chances of you doing well in a meme coin that a KOL presents to you right now in this stage, and hey, you can call me one of those KOLs. The chances of you doing well in that coin in the short term is very slim. Now, if you held on to that meme coin and you're okay holding it, like Charlie, if you're okay holding Charlie for a while, you're gonna do very well. You gotta have to believe in it. I believe in it. ROI at this stage, I believe in ROI. I'm okay to hold right now. I got a few $100 in ROI. It's cheap right now. Pinned in the comments. Great dev. Um, and I'm comfortable with this because I know how meme coins work. Shout out music. I like vertical candles, no Diddy. Shout out music. Yeah, sure, we'll take a look at Toshi in a second. But let me just finish this thought. I mean, Stevie Reads in the chat is right. There will always be greed. And there will always be times for mass greed. And I do think those times are around the corner. But there's only so much liquidity to go around. And when it goes around, it hits one thing hard. In this case, this past year, it was actually the stock market, guys. We lost. Crypto sucked. Stock market was awesome. Um, where is it gonna go now? Where is it gonna go now? Where is it gonna go now? I got a feeling that sports betting is gonna. There's gonna be more scandals. There's gonna be more point shaving. There's gonna be more investigations. I've watched a lot of football this year in the NFL. Um, it's been horrendous in terms of questionable plays, just point shaving, whatever you want to call it, fluky things happening, and it looks like these players are betting they're betting themselves either by through somebody else or what. I mean, like in this the scandal that just happened with Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier. These guys were betting through. He's about. I think the next guy is James Harden. I think he's going to prison. That if you go look at that guy's stats, he look. I mean, that guy is point shaving. You know what I mean? Um. So, I think once the trust. Oh, audio went out. Okay, thank you. Thanks. Sorry about that. Sometimes the audio goes out for a moment, so forgive me. Um, I think time will tell, but I think time will show that this was a big sports gambling bubble that we've been in. And thankfully that it happened during quote a crypto quote bear market, which we probably have been in since the middle of 2024. And now we're going to come out of it. And now, I think of the um, more of these scandals are going to pop up in the NBA, NFL, and I think there's going to be huge regulations on sports betting because it's an attack on the public, and the government's not going to allow that because they want that money for themselves through taxes and things like that. So, um, That's my thoughts, guys. That's my thoughts on that. Christ is King. What's going on? Yeah, you know what? The Dan Jamborello, what's his